everybody, my name is Rebecca Hill, and I would like to speak with you all about what I think the biggest problem facing the human race today is. I think that if you were to go out and take a poll of people, say 100 people, and ask them what they think the biggest issue facing the human race is, they would generally say that it's about something that affects their lives personally. A lot of them may say drug use, some may say immigration, some may say things like adoption or racism. I actually asked my children the question. My 20-year-old son said that the biggest issue facing the human race today is immigration. In his world, he's in a lot of social media and he sees a lot of people communicating about immigration. And a lot of people who are very anti-immigration and the current immigration laws and what's happening with that. My 23-year-old daughter, her opinion is that the biggest issue facing the human race is racism. And I think that I mostly agree with her as far as her opinion goes, because I think that it's a little bit deeper than that, though. I think that the biggest issue facing the human race today is that we stopped being able to get along with each other. We stopped being able to accept other people's opinions and beliefs and religions, and we stopped being able to understand that people live differently than what we personally do. I think that at this point, for us to be able to move forward at all, we have to take a step back and start really listening to other people and what their lives are like and their point of views. Without that, there's really no way for us to be able to continue to move forward as a society, as a human race entirely. I think that we're self-destructing at this point, and it's mostly because we just lost the ability to take in somebody else's point of view. My 17-year-old son, I asked him the same question, and his response was actually that it's people who don't read directions. And I think that it's almost kind of falling into the same thing. We have basic understanding of respecting each other and what that looks like and what we need to be communicating with each other. And he's a gamer. He spends a lot of time on online, on social media. And so directions would be a very important part of his life. I think social media in itself has actually hindered our ability to communicate with each other. You have people out there now who are considered keyboard warriors. And what a keyboard warrior is somebody who kind of hides behind their computer and they can say whatever they want. And it doesn't have to actually match what they believe or how they believe. Some people are out there just to start conversations and stir up trouble. And those are people that typically in everyday conversation, they may never say things like this, but it starts that barrier, that communication. Once that little seed is in there, people just jump onto that. And at some point, we just completely stopped being able to say, oh, you believe differently than I do. So I respect that. Here's what I believe. Here's how I live my life. And just saying, oh, okay, cool, and moving on. I think that if we don't stop and find the ability to move on with our own lives and not be so focused and involved in what each individual person around us is doing, or what we think that they're doing, or we think they believe, or how we think that impacts our lives, if it doesn't have an actual impact on your life or your family's life, or your political beliefs or something along the lines that would actually affect in your life, we forget that it's not our business. It's somebody else's business. It's somebody else's life. And we really need to take that step and sit down and think about what is best for us and understand that what's best for us may not be exactly what's best for our neighbor. I really appreciate you taking the time to listen to me ramble on today about what I think the most important thing is, the most important issue is facing the human race today. And I hope that you all have a wonderful day. Thanks.